In this video, we're going to finish the question, and now there's one thing we still have to understand on the graph. So over here, recall that because we are taxed, we are consuming still 600 hours of leisure, but we're left with 1920 euros in income. But we saw in the previous video that if we are able to pay a fixed amount, a lump sum tax, to not distort our behavior, to not change our ratio of income to leisure, to keep it at the ratio of income equals to 4 times leisure as we would like, we would be willing to have only 578.1 hours of leisure. What does that mean? Let's just back this up. 578.1 hours of leisure is less than 600, meaning that if we are able to pay a lump sum tax, we are willing to work more. What does this tell us? What does this tell us? It tells us that with the proportional tax, the one that we are having right now of 20% on income, we are working less than we would like to. Why? Because we are taxed. There is a lower incentive to work. So we want to know by how much does that change in leisure amount from 600 to 578, this substitution effect, this change in consumption because of the tax, how much is that affecting our utility? How much are we losing? In other words, we're looking for the excess burden. We're looking for the difference between how much we're willing to pay to get that amount of 571 versus how much we're paying right now. Hope this makes somewhat sense. Now we're going to do some math and we'll see how it all connects. Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for this green line over here, the lump sum tax that we're willing to pay to get that amount of 578 without distorting our consumption. So our budget line, we want to shift the yellow budget line down, meaning we will work with the yellow budget line, which has the shape of 14,400 minus 20L, right? The slope is 20 over there, but now we're willing to pay a fixed amount. That amount is a lump sum tax, so minus that tax. Now, what income are we looking for? Well, we can see it on the graph. We're looking for reaching the income level of 2,312.4. So if y would be 2,312.4 and we solve everything over here, let's see what we get. We would have 14,400 minus 20 times. What would be the leisure amount? We're looking for the leisure amount of 578.1. So we substitute that as well. 578.1 minus the tax, minus the lump sum tax we're looking for. Now, if we solve the math over here, we would get that the lump sum tax that we are looking for would be equal to 525.6. So we are willing to pay 525.6 euros to not distort our behavior. In that sense, this amount would just cause an income effect of changing the consumption. So let me just write that down. What does it mean that it causes an income effect? So look, we are consuming less than before. Before we used to have, like best case scenario, when there's no tax, 600 hours of leisure with 2,400 euros. If we are paying this lump sum tax, we would have 578.1 hours of leisure, so less leisure and less income. We are worse off, right? We are worse off, but we are worse off because of the income effect, because we have to pay a tax no matter what. So this causes our income effect. This causes our income effect. Now, we are paying 480 euros in tax revenue. In taxes, but these taxes makes us change our consumption, because after tax, what we are seeing on this orange indifference curve, we still have 600 hours of leisure, right? So after tax, if we do not pay the lump sum tax but the proportional tax, let me also write that over here, with the proportional tax we would have more leisure. And that's the argument we just gave 2 minutes ago. Because work is unattractive, it is being taxed, we keep less money. So this is the proportional tax that leads to more leisure. More leisure because work is less attractive. The good over here we're speaking about is the work. The work causes the income. The work gives us money. So we are trading work for leisure. Hope this all makes sense. So leisure would go up because work is less attractive. Work is less attractive. And because work is less attractive, we are forced to work less. We are forced to have more leisure. This unnecessary consumption behavior is because of the proportional tax. And how much is that? Well, part of it is gonna happen anyway because of the income effect, right? The 525.6 euros would be the income effect, would be the money that we pay to just keep our consumption behavior the same. But we are paying 480. Why are we paying 480? Well, we are paying less in tax revenue because we are working less. The tax on work makes us consume less work, makes us, you know, makes us consume less work. Let me not talk too much over here. So the difference over here, the fact that we have this difference is because we are substituting leisure for work. This is the effect that we're having from the substitution because of the proportional tax, which is the excess burden that we're looking for. So the excess burden is the difference between 525.6 and 480, which is equal to 45.6 euros. Hope this all makes sense, and we are done.